Happy day students. Welcome to San Academy Palikarne Class 8 Science, and in today's session we are going to discuss about chapter 14 Chemical Effects of Electric Current part 1. I hope all of you would have heard this caution from your elders in your home saying that please do not touch the electrical appliances with wet hands. But do you know why they say so? Because it is dangerous to touch an electrical appliance with wet hands. Then how is it dangerous? Because the wet surface, that is the liquids, have the ability to pass the current, that is they act as a good conductor of electricity. So now let us see what all we are going to discuss in this session. That too, first we will be seeing about what all we are going to discuss in this particular lesson. So chemical effects of electric current, we will be first discussing about effects of electricity and its chemical effect, heating effect and magnetic effect, and then we will be discussing about electroplating examples and uses of electroplating, then electroplating procedures and what are conductors and the flow of electricity, and finally how the electric current is being transformed into electric energy, heat energy, magnetic energy and light energy. So generally we all have learned from our lower classes what is a conductor. The substance which allow electricity to pass through them are called conductors, such as silver, gold, acidic solution, salt solution, etc. And the opposite to that, that is the substance which is not going to allow the electric current to pass through them, are called insulators, such as plastic, rubber, etc. And till grade 7 we have learned that all the solids act as conductors like metals, different metals, aluminium, copper, etc. But in this grade 8 we are going to discuss about do liquids conduct electricity, and we are going to see whether the liquids conduct electricity or not with the help of several activities by making our own electric circuit tester. So first let us discuss about how to make an electric tester. So in order to test whether the current is flowing through a circuit or not, we have learnt already in grade 6 how to make an electric or a simple electric circuit. All that we require for that is a cell, two connecting wires and a key which is made out of a conductor. So we have to make sure that both the ends of the cell, that is the positive and the negative end of the cell, are being fixed to the two connecting wires, and the free ends of the connecting wires are now connected with the key, and in between the wire we are going to fix a bulb, and when we are oning the key the bulb starts glowing, and this shows that the current is flowing through the circuit. And in certain cases the bulb may not glow, and the reason may be either the bulb has been fused or the current may not flow through the circuit, or the cell would have been dried up. So either by replacing the bulb or by replacing the dried up cell, we can again test whether the circuit tester is working or not. And once we are sure that the circuit tester is working, then we can use that circuit tester in order to test whether the liquids conduct electricity. And how we are going to go about it? It's very simple. Collect a few small plastic or rubber caps of discarded bottles and clean them. Pour 1 teaspoon of lemon juice or vinegar in 1 cup. Bring your tester over this cup and let the ends of the tester dip into lemon juice. That is, the free end which were connecting with the key in the previous activity now has to be inserted into the cap in which you have poured your liquid, which can be either an acid or a lemon juice or vinegar. And now take care that the ends are not more than 1 centimeter apart from each other. At the same time they should not touch each other also. And now we have to check whether the bulb glows, and if the bulb starts glowing, it clearly indicates that the liquid is allowing the current to pass through them. So when the liquid between the two ends of the tester allows the electric current to pass, the circuit of the tester becomes complete. The current flows in the circuit and the bulb glows. When the liquid does not allow the electric current to pass, the circuit of the tester is not complete and the bulb does not glow. But in some situations, even though the liquid is conducting, that is, even though the liquid is allowing the current to pass through them, or even though the liquid is passing through the circuit, the bulb may not glow. This is because certain times the liquid will not allow the current to pass as much as required for the bulb to glow. Do you remember that why the bulbs are glowing when the electric current is passing? As you all have learnt in your earlier classes, when the electric current is passing through the filament of the bulb, the filament is getting heated up and it is what is emitting the light. Whereas when in few liquids the electric current will be passing through them, and so that is the few liquids will allow the current to pass through them, and it will allow the current to pass through the circuit also. But the current passing will not be enough in order to heat up your filament, and that may be the reason for the bulb not glowing. So in such case, what can we do? Before that, let us understand why the current in the circuit is weak. Because though a material may conduct electricity, it may not conduct it as easily as metal. As a result, the circuit of the tester may be complete, and yet the current through it may be too weak to make the bulb glow. So can we make another tester which can detect a weak current? Yes, of course we can, and there are two possibilities. Instead of using a filament bulb, we can use a LED bulb, LED bulbs, so that LED bulbs generally glow even in weak electric current. And in general, in your LED bulbs, you will be having two wires which are called LEDs, and one will be longer and the other will be slightly smaller. So remember that while connecting a circuit, the longer LED is always connected to the positive terminal of the battery, and the shorter LED is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. Okay, can we make another electric tester by checking the another effect of electric current in order to make sure that the circuit is complete? Yes, it is also possible. That is, we can make a tester using the magnetic effect of current, because we all are very familiar and very sure that even if the current is small, the deflection of magnetic needle can be seen. So we have to make a tester using a magnetic needle instead of an electric bulb. So how can we go about this? Take a tray from inside a discarded matchbox, wrap an electric wire a few times around the tray. Place a small compass needle inside it. Now connect one free end of the wire to the terminal of the battery. Leave the other end free. Take another piece of wire and connect it to other terminal of the battery. Join the free ends of two wires. The compass needle should show deflection. Your tester with two free ends of the wire is now ready. Now you're going to insert this tester into the bottle cap in which you have added lime juice and vinegar, and you can see that your needle starts deflecting, which proves that the circuit is complete and the liquid is acting as a good conductor of electricity. Thank you, students.